Right. Hello to the stream. Once again, a little bit later today, but I still wanted to fiddle around with my cloth simulations that I have done in the past a little bit. So to just show what I mean, this one, for example, and something similar like here. Basically the same concept, and it is just a repetition with a different style and with a different color. Mostly. And actually quite simple to set up. So I will do that today again. And I'm also working on a tutorial for that, so if you want to know in detail, you are more than happy to check that out. Let me just resort and order this. That looks good. This can go down a little bit. And there we go. I recently crashed all of my settings for Blender, which is not really perfect. Accidentally deleted everything, so some stuff might not where I want it to be. So I'm not sure if it will be the same as usual. I think I will again start with a sphere, or maybe actually a cube. I mean, I have to do it, delete the default cube and add it back as always. That is the #1 priority. The next thing, of course, would be to create a plane, scale this up in edit mode, and my mode by menu is already broken. My menus. So let's check that one out. Modes, where are you? Tab, where is it? Control tab? No. Mode switch by, control tab. To be that one, I think. It might also be main by, nope. Let me check that really quickly. Should be one in here somewhere. That's horribly small. Save pies, great. Shading pie. Tools, no, modes. It should be this one. Or not. Views, lines, modes. It doesn't do anything. Hello. Okay, now it does nothing. Great. Start. Perfect. Okay, pie menus, and I guess turn off the modes. Where is that actually? Control tab. That shouldn't be wrong. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. I don't think so. I am very confused. That's what I'm saying. And it was really bad that I deleted all of my stuff. It doesn't do anything. There's no modes. Nothing. Shading pie. That's not right either, I think. Okay, I think I can't figure that out now, and I'll turn it off. If I do that, at least, yeah, I can just switch between those. That is great. Okay, make this a little bit larger. And actually, yes. So scale is fine, and I guess I'll subdivide it. Question is how much? I don't think I need too much right there. I'll throw on a subdivision, simple, and then some cloth. Actually, so now, yes, perfect. This one adds collision. Great job. Now that this is really looking well so far. So level 3, and then another subdivision after all the stuff. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Shade smooth, yes. And then I can tweak the settings. For example, set another preset. Cotton is that the base preset? I'm not sure. Denim. Oh. Also needs some self-collision, definitely. And then it should look already better. Kind of, a little bit. It's wonky and kind of jumping around. Oh, and also I want some solidification. Okay, but for the last one, I will actually turn it off for the viewport. I guess the performance isn't that great overall. I don't know why exactly that is. I would assume because I'm streaming? I'm not sure if that should slow it down. But okay. And for some reason, although it should be centered, it is falling down. Which is also awkward. Usually doesn't happen too much. Okay. So that is basically all the base settings. And now I can change some more stuff around. I usually try to go with a preset that looks good, or yeah, that looks kind of similar to what I want. If I want it to be more rubbery or more stiff like leather, for example, I can just choose these and then it works well. Silk is really weird looking. Is that because of the bending model? Does this one work nicer? I guess, yeah, kind of does. Another question is what happens if I subdivide it one more time? Looks great for silk, I guess. But also makes it seem to be really slow. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. But that's why I'm using a subdivision modifier usually to avoid or to be able to go back and change some of the settings that I used if I don't need that much division and resolution, for example. So if right now I would think this is too much because there's just no folds because of it being leather, I could just go back one step and it will probably look pretty similar but simulate faster. Okay, it does not look similar. Still changes it, although there's not that much of not that many folds. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure. Let me check actually what happens in the task manager. CPU isn't doing too much. I feel like the simulation is faster if I'm not recording it or streaming it, but I am actually not sure. Okay, well, at least if it's simulated, it runs in real time. That was what I was wondering earlier. So I guess that is alright, rightish. Yeah, and in the examples that I had, it was really not super detailed. There's not that much going on. Not too many creases, too many folds. Not exactly sure what settings I used there, but that's always up to the project. I'm thinking about changing some presets again and checking what happens with this resolution. Interesting. I think I would also like to know what happens if I rotate the cube and get a bevel modifier and some subdivision on the cube as well. I think that will make it a little bit nicer. And actually, collision should come after that. Do I need that much resolution for the subdivision first? Will it slow down? No, not really. Not really slowing down the simulation. Actually, let me set a camera. Oops, nope. Yeah, all of the settings, as I said, are gone. So, can I smart? Nope. Okay, then, whoops, camera. Perfect. Control Alt numpad. Wait, is it centered now or? Looks really not so centered. And I guess I'm going for square. Should probably also center on the cube instead. Nope. Move it outwards like that. Maybe. That's not too bad. Kind of making a ghost. I think this preset is similar to what I did. Let me check some more. I think I want to go with silk actually. I think I want something smooth. Smooth and airy and soft and light. And let's check with this one. Oh yeah, okay. Good. Set it back to 0. Subdivisions. Is that visible? Yes, that's visible. Okay, and now some forces, which I also did. So what forces will we going with? Vortex, for example, maybe, let's see. That's as expected, far too less force. Wow, that's far too much. Okay. Slow steps maybe. Oh, and also let me get my script. Or my yeah, I guess hotkey script thing stuff. Okay, 2 is maybe too less. What the script does is multiplying. Wait, that's weird. Multiplying and dividing inputs by 2 automatically. So basically what it does is it taps in a cell, then goes to the end, then either puts in like the division or the multiplication sign and 2 and presses enter. So all of that at the same time. So I think I can't, nope, I can't do that. At the same time, can't zoom and show it. I'm not really sure if there's too much to show about that, because it's really just multiplication and division. Okay, I am not too sure that Vortex is working. And if it does, it will probably need to be animated to go up a bit. And maybe even lower at first, so that there's not much movement and it's just starting to move. I guess that could be interesting. Okay, and I guess especially with the subdivision it looks nice. Let me actually turn on cavity so that I can see a little bit more. Okay, but the start is really interesting. I wonder why that happens. Okay. First of all, save this. 2022, yes. Today's date, 22, 3, 4, cloth sim cube. Because I am super creative with my naming. Save and then go to shading. Get rid of these and throw on some stuff. Scene and world, nothing. And actually, no, I don't think that I will light the world. I will just make it mostly black and use this material, make it metallic and get some light in here. So an area light on this side, that's the wrong direction, yes, that's better. That is not very bright, but same deal here. I can just press multiplication and division to change the values, and that's just a really quick way to do it. Really convenient. I learned that from Polyfert, actually. Well, not really learned anything, I just stole it. Just saw it in a video and then thought I can do that too, with a little bit of Testing. I will probably be able to do it. Change this to cycles and yeah, everything is so messed up. System. Okay, it's using optics. That is good. I just need to change it. I just have no presets at all in here. It's horrible. Okay, this is far too bright because I made it extreme. And I also think that I want it to be just a little bit, a hint of light from the back. Somewhere. Somewhere around this, maybe. Let's actually turn this off and change the values over here. I guess that's not too bad. Another one and nope. Place that one there, make it less bright and larger. Oh, I'm thinking, no. Anisotropy, anisotropic. I think that could look pretty nice. I mean, might also not. Okay, interesting, to say the least. That's funky. Also, turn on the noising, maybe. Automatic, yep. That's good. Light paths, as per usual. Set to not too many. 10, 7, and 0.5. Reflective, refractive. Save. I really need to get a new, what is it called? Default startup file, yes. Need to do that. So, okay. Have set the camera, yep. And let me check. No, actually, wow. Great. Actually, let me, nope. Set this to 200% as well. This stuff is looking bad, so I will cache this or bake the cache really quickly so that I can render and test this. What are we looking at? 70 frames out of 250? I don't know. There's no timeline. Okay, I guess that should be fine. 250, yes, that's the same. It's still, what the heck? Yeah, shut up. Got it. You don't want to. What? Oh, that's bad. That should be the same, of course. The subdivision before the cloth needs to be the same. Otherwise, that doesn't work. And the cache is not going well. Wow, that's big text. Yeah, okay. Not too interesting yet. Definitely missing some color. Ooh. What did I say? That's not too shabby. And I think I do like that it's not completely black, so that there is actually some of the shadows still. And the world is just this color, which is not completely black, as we know, because we set it to not completely black. Only almost. 0.04. 004. Yeah, that is that for now. Okay, I think that's the end of the cache. Yeah, and because all of, no, before all of this stuff happens, these also probably need to go somewhere else, somewhere where they are not in the way of the actual cloth, but also not too much away. So that is not perfect. Maybe that. And I'm actually not too sure about the denoising. We just turn it off for now. And check what happens. Because I think I kind of like the little bit of noise that is in there. Because it's just not too much. Could be interesting to leave that. Well, might figure that out later. So... yeah, Could definitely play with that. Wow. This is just giving it a really nice look. And I never see the difference with sheen. I'm not sure if it only works with non-metal stuff. It might actually. Or does it? I don't think I see a difference. Clear coat might be interesting. So there's just a tiny little bit of a highlight. And I think that should be visible. Yeah, that looks good. The question is if it's enough to be visible in the end. And the question is, what do I do with this one? Because that material is lame. What do we do? Also something shiny. Shiny and dark? Metal, I don't know. I need a timeline as well here. That's what I set in my other default file. which I don't have anymore. That was really annoying to delete. Okay. Nope. Cloth and yeah. Well, I mean, there's not too many materials, so I guess I don't really need that. I'm thinking it might need a light from the front. Just for this kind of stuff. Maybe really just extremely low intensity. Just that there's a tiny hint of something reflecting. A little bit more reflection and shininess. I think it really could just be that. Point. Yeah, I do think that I like that. So now there is shadows and also reflections. Okay, this is maybe a little bit too, whoops, a little bit too much noise. So I need some higher sample count, I would assume. Because there's a lot of bounce lighting going on. Here where there's direct light, it looks fine. Looks pretty nice actually. But in the places where it's bouncing around, in the creases, there it will need some more, I think. That is interesting. All because of the anisotropic feel of the material. Okay, so now more forces. I wanted to add a turbulent force so that the start is not looking so unique. No, not unique, unified. And for that, I will need to set some turbulence in the scene. Actually, I will be able to see that better in this, not in the preview. Okay, that is not doing much, I think. Is it doing anything? Might just still be too low to do something. Really? Still nothing? Shouldn't be the size of the turbulence. Is it? No, I don't think so. Maybe it will fix itself. Force could be interesting. Just a general force. Maybe it's because the cache is still the same. Delete all bakes. That could definitely be an issue. Okay, I guess if I do it now, it will completely, yeah, mess up everything. So I guess in the end it was fine. This is still far too much. Okay, so we have this, and then it... Whoops, set this to 0 at frame 100 and at frame 120 to... I don't know. Let's see. Oh, yeah, of course that doesn't work. What? So, if I set it to 0, this shit happens? That is interesting. Really? Is that because of the force field or not? It seems to be causing the issues. That is whack. And I think the turbulence needs more size. Let's check the force field. What does it do? Now? Okay, nothing at all. Apparently. 16 does not seem to be enough. Let's check 128. Also, do I want it maybe to be level 3? So that I can actually work with that. I think I still, or again, need to delete the bag. No. I just need to turn off the vortex again. Apparently. 110 to 120 maybe, and set it to 0.1 to be safe and sure. Whoop, nope. Come on. Move the cursor, not the keyframe. So now it falls down, it twirls around, and then it blows up. Well, yeah. That is also not really what I want. The question is if that what was trying to do is actually working or not. Because I wanted to kind of balloon it up while still keeping the knot at the bottom. And I'm not sure if that will be possible with the cloth settings that I have. That might just not be the case. Now it's just flying away. Perfect. I think the turbulence is still a bit weird. So, whoops, no, that was right. But strength set to 1 maybe? Oh, no, not the strength. Actually, the size. Yeah, I think that's better. Oh, wow. Great. Batman. Or a Manta. Manta Ray. Somehow. It's definitely interesting. Oh, also, what happens if I set a point light? Right where you can't see it from the camera, but it's still reflecting. Wow, okay. Very visible. It's visible when it's folding up. No, so the size. right behind. I am not sure if that is actually visible at all. Yeah, maybe a bit. The folds, why are those so weird? I mean, it's these points, but why? Does that do anything? Nope. I mean, I don't see a reason why it would. Why would that change anything? This is just to subdivide the mesh at the first point and not do anything else. That is interesting. Interesting, but not helpful. This is also still not working. So what I do, make this a little bit higher again. Maybe twice as much. Wait, what was the... It is 2, then goes up to 16 and goes back to 2. Wow, beautiful. Can you not do that? Please? Hello? Hello? Okay. Nah. Let's see, if I only halve it. What? Okay. That's actually not too bad. Kind of interesting. I feel like I want to keep this as a version and just make an increment save next, but one thing that I definitely want to change is the collision. Higher quality. Does that do anything? Or just maybe changing the distance should do the job. So double that. Mm-hmm. Okay, the quality change does not really affect it much. But it's also not that much slower. I don't think that does anything good. And what's happening if I do this? That's the next question. Okay, but I think that should fix the problem actually. It seems like there's no clipping. Mm-hmm. Well, that is good. Question is the style of the animation still the same? Or will it behave differently now? Seems to be similar. Can't really tell because it's very slow now. It's definitely slowing, no, falling down slower. Because last time over the 250 frames it was already falling down. Now it's just wiggling around and slowly sliding. And it doesn't reach the ground. I mean, the question is, will it actually look better this way, or if I have less resolution? Does it need the extra step apart from the quality change that we saw? I think this has a nice dynamic. I think that feels nicer. So we're going with that, saving it, and I guess changing the collision a tad bit more. So set the distance to 0.04 maybe. Let's check what that's doing. Good. Okay. Last question is really this. What is that? Why is that? I don't think that that should happen. This is all in the right order. And I don't know. I guess the only thing that is left for me to do would be to create some duplicates that would be invisible maybe. Let's just check. So if it's these are blocking the way. No, doesn't do much. I mean, it also doesn't look too bad. So make these invisible. These can also be joined together, I guess. And then made invisible to the camera. Show in. Now that is alright. This isn't. No shadow, no nothing. No ray visibility. So it affects the cloth. Cloth is not visible, but is not visible. Now maybe some wind to force field wind. There we go. And rotate it, no, like that. That's also not enough to do anything. I mean, do I need to apply that? Do I need to limited dissolve this and change this one to, I don't know, 5? Kind of fixes the issue. Okay, let's get rid of the wind. And this is visible in the first frame, so just move it out barely. Question is if the timing is now the same or not. Kind of doesn't matter. Okay. That looks the same. Almost. Mostly the same. Save and yeah, that still doesn't work. So incremental save by hand. Oops, that was twice. Okay. Well, we don't have a version 2 then. And now actually animate the cube as well to slowly rotate around itself, I guess. So in the end, I don't know if that is a good thing to do. Well, the cube does definitely look nice. I am not too sure about the cloth, how it's folding down over here. Not too big of a fan. This part is nice. Well, as we said, there can be versions, so rather more, what the heck? Rather more versions than to less. So same deal, remove the keyframes, and that was not good. Yeah, keyframe change shortcut. Perfect. So at least one shortcut that I have saved again. Now make this the first rotation, then I guess just try around what happens if I rotate it around differently. Like -60 on that axis, for example. Exciting. Splendid, absolutely splendid. Oh, I don't know. Also, what is going on with the folding again? I guess the initial strength on the force, no, on the vortex force field is set to 2. So I guess that's maybe not the best thing to do. Wow. Okay, that is definitely something. The cloth is falling down pretty fast on this one. Okay, interesting stuff going on here. That is very abrupt. Hmm. Let me check. Maybe this needs to be off by 5 frames or something. Or 10. Let's check again. I think the most parts of all of this stuff is all of the experimentation with different settings and not so much. Ah, okay. Let's analyze this. Okay. Analyzation. No. Analyze. Analyzation failed. Is that right? No, that doesn't change anything. Oops. Which should change something. Well, okay. Set the cursor to geometry. Maybe just this does the job. I'm not sure. Not convinced. No, 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 no. Nope. I think it's mainly the rotation of the cube. Still. So instead of this, I will. Nope. Come on. Stop it. I will also change this to minus 720 and check again. So it will rotate differently. Okay, I think that feels like an awkward rotation. Okay, but the unfolding is nice. Still pretty fast. Quickly falling down after the movement. But the way it is, it's nice. Wow. The way it does is nice. I think instead of different saves, I should have made different scenes. Which I didn't. Let me check again. I haven't really rendered in quite some time. Wow. I think it could still need some more resolution. Another question that just popped up in my head is, what if we had some transparency in the material? So, okay, yes, shortcuts gone. I know what I'm doing here. Am I doing? No, no, no. Transparency. Translucency. So, combine these. Wonderful. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. That is pretty similar to what I had in mind. Not even sure if I need much more than that. More samples, yes, of course. Let's check that. Give it even more resolution for the final render, and that is fine, but the samples also square that. No denoising. That's what we wanted. More bounces. That's quite cool. I would really like to see it in motion. Like an actual motion. Wow, Eevee looks great. Certainly does look interesting, but it's not close to the final result. Let me actually check some stuff. I mean, bloom is always great. Screen space reflections. And for the material, blend mode. I'm never sure what to pick there. Probably hashed, I think. Feels like the other ones aren't doing anything. So, okay, what I learned is that I definitely need bloom. And this stuff is not working in Eevee? Apparently not. Okay, interesting. I mean, there's a different way for that. I can just turn this off in the render, and that should be fine. Interesting that it is not an option for the other stuff. Actually might just render it in Eevee and in cycles to compare. I think that should be fun. And I want some more subdivision on this one as well, so that it looks very nice and smooth in the render as well. Perfect. After the collision, so that it's not that slow. Check one more frame over here. Eevee's definitely doing a big job here. So save this again, set it to cycles again, and oh yeah, okay, the light is different, yeah, but both looks nice. Really can't say much else. And go to compositing, get this here. Actually, maybe get a cycles image first. And then when it's done, actually, nope. Grab the image viewer. Where are you? UV image editor and viewer result. That would be nice. Thank you. Hello. So something like that. I don't know. Whoop. Viewer. Thanks. Of course not. Glare. So streaks. Nope. Fog glow. It's looking good, I think. Nope. Actually, maybe get a frame where there's more reflection. If there actually is. And oh, there's not anything. Because I fucked it up. There we go. What about this? I think I will actually turn off the tiling next. Doesn't make much sense. I don't think. Is that actually glowing now? I think. Yeah, it's added. Interesting. Interesting enough. Wait, where's that again? Performance, styling, yes. Persistent data maybe could be a good idea as well. Save this again, and I don't know, it does not seem that there's super much reflection stuff going on. Wow, what the heck? Great, great job. What are you doing? That was something that I wanted to try is what the bounce settings are doing to the scene. So I'll just render a frame, go in a different slot and render that with 4 again. And compare. Once the time and of course also the outcome. If that changes much or if that's not doing... Okay, the difference is basically non-existent and the time difference is basically non-existent. It's a little, just a tiny little bit lighter, it seems. Which is not important. Oh. What is about the transparency? So, does that make a difference? In this case, I think it's getting darker with less transparency. Okay. Yeah, but it looks better, in my opinion. So, I guess I'll just keep it at those settings. And then I have to copy it to the other files as well. So what if I do a duplication with copy the settings, linked copy? Shouldn't do much. Copy settings, I think? No. Always confused. Full copy. Linked copy shouldn't help. I need a full copy. Yes, thank you. And then what I am going to do is maybe just rotate this around Z by 360 times. Yeah, well, that doesn't work anymore. Okay, I got it. So 720, let's check maybe. Okay, no, I don't think that's what I want, or maybe it is. It is quite fast. Is it still? No. It's not visible, but it's almost visible in frame. We just delete this vertex really quickly and only rotate the... I got it. Okay. Then do it that way. That's fine. Bake it really quickly and check back again when it's done. Wow. I think it looks bad. Okay, it's just flying away. What is going on if I do this? What is going on if I do this? And if I rotate this one even more, maybe? Okay, is it doing that no matter what? Or is it just doing that because the bake is still not updated? Kind of feels like it's still the same thing. So maybe instead of this, we need negative power. Then rotate this even more. Yeah, the bake is not updated. It's still... That's what I hate about bakes sometimes. So weird. You hit delete bake on the thing that you want to delete the bake and it doesn't work. It's still there. Why? Why would you do that to me? It's not necessary. You should behave. Okay. Ah, yeah, maybe too much of a force field. Hmm. I mean, maybe not actually, but it just needs to let go at some point. So around here, we send it back to 0.1. No idea. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's going on. Too late, I guess. There's not enough time for it to fly away fully. Or does it not have to? And I think the force is still too much. Nope. Minus 32. Same deal here. Minus 32. And then... yeah, that's fine. Just delete the bake again, bake it once more, and then check back. the next question would be if I... okay, yeah, it's not falling down. If I'm only animating cubes and cloth or something else. I guess I'm just setting this keyframe to around there and then go for another spin from 200 to 250 for another 720 so that it's just throwing the whole piece away. Wait, what? I think I have to check the curves on this one really quickly because... What? Normalize? Okay, yes, exactly what I thought. No. Is it? No. Ease should be... this? No. Ease in and ease out. Let's check. Slowing, or yeah, spinning, going fast, slowing down, and one last. Okay. Then another one. Oh, cache, delete, bake. So before I do too much more, I would like to check back on the other scene. Make sure I'm not... yeah, okay, it kind of works, but it's too late. So the cloth is not falling down anymore. Is it enough? I don't know. For this kind of stuff, it would be nice to... Oh yeah, I mean, the keyframe from the cube affects the whole scene, but if the keyframes you are changing don't, it would be nice to only redo part of the bake so that it's a little bit faster. Which, as far as I know, is not possible. Okay, that does... that also didn't work. Perfect. Oops. Interesting. I mean, the stuff that is happening is quite nice to look at. But I wanted to get rid of the cloth. Yeah. Or I just do a transition at the end. Like just... like this. Basically. Which I would not do in Blender, but in After Effects, for example. I mean, that's quite common to do. Could do that. What I really like about this whole scene, about this whole project that I'm just doing, is the simplicity of basically everything. It's just a cube. It's a plane and the has a cloth. The materials are super simple, and it's just looking really nice just because of all the stuff that is happening and the light interaction with cloth. That's just really interesting. Okay, this fold looks weird. This spot. Not sure what is happening there. But yeah. Okay, I will actually export an Eevee file. So, same folder, 22, 3, 4, and cloth sim cube. Whoops, cloth sim cube. And, no, not 10. So 4, A. Hashtags. Actually rendered as an FFmpeg. Mpeg 4. Perceptually lossless, and then it's good to go. Is it? Yes. 100% maybe. Then render. Should be quite fast. So that I could have a look at the outcome. The flashing in between is interesting just because it's also happening so frequently. Oh. Now there's double glare. There's bloom and glare. Not sure if that's helpful. It will probably look weird in the end. Or just too much. We'll just, yeah. Doesn't really look great. But I guess. Okay, 110. So it's almost done. I think I could experiment some more with this stuff. Do some more variations. But I think the main concept is pretty clear. Now it's just playing around with different values for everything and just changing speeds or animation of the cube or whatever, just changing some parameters, and then it's kind of good to go as a project. So I guess that might end up on Behance. Not sure. But I don't think that I will continue much more now. As I said, because it should be pretty clear what I did. And I will also be working on the tutorial, as I said. So I hope that will also be out soon. And this stuff could be ending up in there, maybe, like as a teaser for like, this could be your outcome. Okay, 250. There we go. And then render. Well, yeah, that is view animation. I wonder if it needs to get brighter. I mean, the cycles outcome is a little bit brighter than the Eevee stuff. What the heck is that? Strange. Okay. And I really don't know why this stuff is happening. Why wouldn't it be proportional? It's horrible. Oh, I didn't know that you could hold down shift to see what what you are looking at, the file path and the actual frame that is currently displaying. 24 FPS. Interesting. Didn't know it did that. And yeah, this stuff, no idea what that is. I mean, it kind of does the same thing over here. So maybe that's not too necessary. Not sure if there's a possibility for more options to be displayed down there. Okay, yeah. I think I like it. Eevee will have some more color contrast and brightness. So that's not too bad, I would assume. I'll have to check. I really wish that they would also implement a glare option for cycles to, or for cycles to use the glare option that Eevee uses, because that is just something that looks quite nice, and I'm usually having a hard time to replicate it. I guess it's based on different stuff. So I think the color space for Eevee is clamped down. So everything that is showing as white will also get the glare, and in cycles that's not always the case. That's more depending on whether you have it set to a certain threshold or not. But I'm not entirely sure about it. So what about this scene again? I guess that should be still more or less the same stuff. It's alive. Not sure that's a good thing, but it's alive. I mean, it kind of looks interesting, and especially this is cool. That's a nice movement. Bounce and then, yeah. That is very, very weird. So if I bake this correctly, or again, does it do it correctly now? Or is it somehow messing with the different scenes? I'm not entirely convinced. Okay, that's good. So now, what? Wow. So now this scene works. And this scene also does. Perfect. Brilliant. I wonder if the entrance should be different for some of these at least. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. I am pretty fine with that so far. And then there will be some different results in the end. But that's it for now. I'll call it a day and be back soon with either this or some other stuff. And yeah, I think it's definitely pretty interesting experiment. I mean, it's mostly an experiment. Didn't really have too much in mind today other than cloth, and yeah, that's it. So I guess it was successful. This also looks a tiny little bit like a jellyfish. Interesting enough. Okay, good. So that's it for today. See you soon. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Goodbye.